How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Brawl here in MG Arena. Today, we're looking at a Cayth Famed Mechanist deck. And the reason for that is because I needed blue, and I needed white or green to make my plan work. Red was kind of an optional color, but in the end, it ended up being useful, so we took it. Um, don't know if this is the optimal color combination for what I wanted. Like Bant would have been really good, but I couldn't find a token commander that worked in the way I wanted it. Bant. So I just kind of went with what I had. I think next turn we'll do double rock. I think it's slightly better for us to avoid the 2 life loss. One of the things I've noticed about my playstyle is that I tend to be very aggressive with fetches and shocks, and it gets me killed more often than it should. Undergrowth champion could be a problem. He's like Bill. Ouch. 3 damage. Okay. I mean, that's a start. We're taking a very, very slow approach, but I don't think it matters if we get there in the end. I don't like having a creature that was not very expensive, because that triggers the fabricate an additional time, but the optimal play next turn will probably be Demonic Tutor for a Wrath. Like we gotta break Bill's momentum before we can actually start doing things. Because if we don't, we're just gonna get overrun. Like we're already in the process of being overrun. So next turn we search up a Wrath, and Bill and his friends die. Actually, since we drew our best Wrath, we just Eternal Wanderer. Eternal Wanderer gets around Hexproof and Indestructible. She will die in the process, but like that's fine. So if we draw a land, we can play our commander. We can play Anointed Procession and our commander. If we can't, we'll just have to play our commander and then. All right, we actually got there. Let's do this. Let's do this. I mean, this might be fine. We're gonna take a turn of Baloth beats, but I might just have to wipe the slate clean again. Is there any way? Is there anything I can search for that wipes the slate clean without killing me? Or do I just throw everything in front of Baloth? And not take 5 damage? I think I'm just gonna throw everything in front of Baloth. Going down to 12 and then farewelling. Like, we can win a card advantage battle at the moment. If we use our Demonic Tutor for card advantage, we can win that one. But my creatures, and we can't get rid of artifacts or enchantments, but we can graveyards because we're not really the reanimation type. Throat's a little bit hoarse today. Um, Just allergies, I think. Haven't fully checked yet, but I want to get down Ojer first. I'll take the parlor. We can set up the turn after this one to be the demonic tutor turn. So this turn we're gonna Overlord. Overlord is just way, way too much power. Yeah, Burnished Hart's getting cracked. I think we'll have enough to do both, though, because we have 3 mana here. And 5 here, and then the 2 left. Well, we don't quite have enough for both. That's good. I guess we actually do. We just didn't quite do it right. I mean, I have 24 damage in the end. Mono green without a wrath is gonna have a hard time for that. That said, mono green does have like, you do wrath that only affect flying creatures, and we've taken care of the trample creatures, so our chump blocking premium is actually very high. Getting back to the Burnished Hart. I mean, even Bill going as hard as he cannot generate 24 power of toughness on this board state, I don't think. So they're going to get 2 more counters. That's going to increase, yeah, to 7 and 5. And then 1 more. So it's probably going to go 7-6. Just so that they have 2 options to block Overlord, because they can't have Overlord make... Oh, actually, 8-5. Okay, well, now I just tutor up a bit of a removal spell, and then go from there. Uh-huh. That'll do it. GG. So this is the plan of the deck. We're tokens. Well, it's half the plan of the deck. We'll probably see, hopefully, see more in the deck as we go on, but like we have a limited selection of games, so if it comes up, it comes up. But if it doesn't, that just means I get to play more of it. Go on to our game 2. I don't know, that was a little bit more dicey than I wanted it to be. Partially because we kind of... Our opponent kind of got under us really well. Alright, this is going to have it happen. I think we go Temple. Keep that because it lets us have an untapped Sulphur Falls. We're really looking for our opponent to play an artifact on turn 1 or 2. So that on turn 3, we can lure into the 3rd path. The problem is our opponent's a mono blue deck, so there's a reasonable likelihood that they just hold up 2 blue mana. No. Ooh. Born, I guess. Zorn has slightly better power than Warren. And he doesn't have any other battlefield effect. He's there to help our Smothering Tithes do their thing. So the reason this deck needed blue is because of Extravagant Replication. That's the whole story. Opponent? You can't really do anything else. Well, Idyllic Tutor. My opponent probably will not allow this. It did, okay. This card right here. This copies any non-land permanent. You can get up to some wacky plays. And then if you're copying like reasonable creatures, like Zorn, you can then duplicate them with Cayth's populated. Right? There's a method to it. Zorn come back. I want to draw land and I want our opponent to tap out. Those two things didn't happen. Well, just try a little bit. Try a little bit more. Either clear out the counter spells. Yeah, that's rude. No attack. We either clear out the counter spells or wait for an opportunity for them to be tapped out, right? I don't know what happens. I guess our opponent is mana screwed, and we were getting to 6 quicker than they were able to play their cards. Fair enough, fair enough. A win, but not like a win that we can show off as a prize, right? Like it's iffy at best. Iffy at best. I'd say had a little bit of a break between recordings due to Thanksgiving and to a lesser extent Black Friday, but I think yeah. Yeah, so I'm a little behind where I normally would be. This card right here with Kathy is just chef's kiss. It's very, very good. We're looking for lands, or I like you a lot, but you're just not what I need right now. That's not a land, but it'll get me lands, so. And treasures. I wish I had Zorn. But interested in the Zorn, we could have been making 2 treasures, 4 treasures. So many treasures every turn. Huh. That can go and that can go. I'm not really planning on countering. Yikes. Guess we Sahili? I need that. I could have Solemn this turn if I had just waited to cast. But I think there's merit in the Sahili play. Because if Sahili survives our turn cycle, we can Solemn. What? Okay. Dodged a bullet. I feel like. I dodged a bullet there. Because I feel like Sahili's just better. I only have 3 basic plans, so this plan is not as effable as it appears, but it is a plan. Yeah, actually, the Hall of Rabbits can stay. I was gonna counter it, but it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to counter the Hall of Rabbits. Servo. Or like this. Create a token copy of our boy. Decline that trigger. Nothing suspicious to see here, opponent. Ketra's a good lad. For lady. One of the 2. Not that one. That one's valuable. I mean, they're all gonna die when the reflections, Princess's Folly goes off, but I'd rather they all die, than because we're gonna have a bunch of them. We could also like channel. Hey, rude. Take action. I still don't see how you recover from this, though, opponent. That's a problem. Like, the theory is good. The execution's gonna be rough. Rift is really good. I'll get down to that. I mean, we could have countered it, I guess. Except for, nope, these are maps. We don't have the mana. We simply don't have the mana. Kind of wanted that, but... So what's... Like, this is actually the only creature that I can play. Sucks, but hey. Let's just start off with birds. We return that, and then we'll draw 2 cards. GG. Like, this is... Since we're out of time, I'll just talk a bit about the deck because I kind of want to, because I kind of like it a lot. This is the plan of the deck. Like, we abuse the fact that cards like this make token copies, and we make token copies of real creatures, and then the real creatures get multiplied by the Ojer and by what's the Monodrak, and then Anointed Procession. You get them all on the battlefield. You can create a bunch of tokens in the same turn, and if they have a good enter the battlefield effect, like your Solemn Simulacrum, like your Aether Channeler, and they're not legendary, obviously. You can just get so much value. It's very fun, and extravagant replication makes it so much easier. Plus, you can do all kinds of degenerate stuff like copying a Smothering Tithe or any other like hard to copy thing that would normally be like, you can copy the enchantment half of this, right? And then you can have double ghostly mimicry going off every upkeep. That is pretty bonkers. So if you enjoyed the deck, remember to do the regular YouTube stuff, and I will see you again tomorrow for another video here on the channel. Goodbye for now.